Happy Friday, Silks! So today my video comes to you in two parts. Yes. First part, Silky, I know we talked on the phone, and I'm aware of the problems you were having, but you know what? Y'all didn't make a video on Wednesday. So, I believe it's high time for you guys to take a punishment. Now, because I have been through the problems you're having, I'm going to be generous and gentle and considerate of what your punishment is, but I would still like input from our viewers. So if you have an idea for a punishment that Silky must do, since he's the one who was going to post a video on Wednesday, go ahead and leave a comment or shoot us a message on Facebook, I guess. We haven't really tried that before, but we'll go ahead and try it now. Once I find one that I like and that I don't think is too cruel, I'll go ahead and pass the message along in my next vlog. Part number 2. So through Clark this quarter, I'm taking quite a few classes, one of which is an astronomy class. Now, one of the things about astronomy is that when you measure things in space, as you probably know, you measure things in light years as opposed to an actual specific number to use, like miles or kilometers or anything like that. The reason for this, you may be able to guess, is because things in space are really, really frackin' far away. And measuring them in miles would really not be very efficient. So, we use light years to measure the distance between objects in space. Now, light year may sound like a measure of time as opposed to a measure of distance, but it's not. It is how far you would travel if you traveled at the speed of light for 1 year. Essentially, that is 9.4605284 times 10 to the 15th meters in actual distance. You would have to travel that distance at a speed of 299,792,458 meters per second constantly. That is freaking fast and freaking far. Now you may ask yourself,
Sam, why are you talking about this?
Well, let me tell you something. A friend of mine, one of the new people we have at Clark College in our concert choir, posted something on Facebook about time travel. And he's like, "What? No time travel? Thanks, Obama." Which I thought was really funny. But I want to bring up the point that time travel, in theory, is possible. And now you're going to ask me,
But Sam, how is time travel possible?
I'm going to tell you. Just hang on to your britches there, little tyke man. According to Einstein, there is the theory of relativity, which in part says that if you're traveling fast, everything around you moves slower. So we all move at relatively the same speed, right? And time goes the same for all of us practically. However, let's say you were to travel at the speed of light for a minute. Time for you will have gone slower, and you will have actually jumped into the future because time for you was moving slower, while time for everything else was moving faster. It's kind of confusing, but it makes sense. So, if we ever did want to travel through time, we have a way, well, in theory, again, that we could travel into the future. However, traveling into the past isn't probably possible. So think about it like this. Let's say we throw you up in a spaceship, and that spaceship is traveling at the speed of light constantly for however long. Depending on how long you were up there, time on Earth will have still been going at this constant rate, and time for you would have been going really, really slow. So it stands to reason that if you were to come back to Earth after, say, 50 years of traveling at light speed, you would only be a little bit older, but you'd be probably hundreds of years in the future. Whoa! If we found a way to travel at light speed, time travel is possible. And that is so cool. Now, granted, we haven't found a way to get even close to the speed of light yet, but the theory is there, and once we can achieve that, everybody's going to be time traveling. But, if everyone starts to time travel, then there won't really be an Earth to visit, and I guess this is probably another episode. So anyways, that's my little talk on how time travel could actually be a thing in the future. Maybe you could time travel and find out. In the meantime, Silks, don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you on Monday.